Suchakra Varadacharyam Shuddhasattva Guruttamam Srinidhi Raghavam Vande Hyapara Karunakaram. A very good morning to all the people on the dais and off the dais. At the outset, I would like to thank Sri Vishnu Mohan Foundation for giving me this wonderful opportunity to present a lecture on the topic Valmiki's Hanuman versus Kambar's Hanuman. Now, let us go into the portrayal of Hanuman's attributes, glories and valor as explained by Valmiki as well as Kambar in their versions of the Ramayana. Now, coming to the introduction scene of Hanuman. Now, regarding Valmiki and Kambar, there is no difference in the introduction scene of Hanuman. The same scene in both Valmiki Ramayanam and Kambaramayanam. Rama and Lakshmana go to Rishyamukha hill to seek the help of Sugriva in finding Sita. Now, Sugriva, who is on top of the Rishyamukha hill, observes Rama and Lakshmana, two strangers, well built. They are looking as Kshatriyas, great warriors, two well built armed persons carrying bow and arrows. They are marching towards his hill. So Sugriva got afraid. He thought that Vali has sent some men because Vali had got a curse from Matanga Rishi that he should not come to this Rishyamukha hill. So he has sent somebody else. These two persons are Vali's men. They have come to attack me. Sugriva got afraid. Now Hanuman consoles Sugriva. No, Sugriva, you don't worry. Let me go and check. Let me go and inquire. So Hanuman comes on behalf of Sugriva and he comes to Rama and Lakshmana to inquire about them. Now Valmiki goes to one side, Kambar goes to another side. Now it branches. The scene is same. Now it branches into two in Valmiki Ramayanam and Kambaramayanam. In Valmiki Ramayanam, Hanuman approaches Rama and Lakshmana directly. In which form? Valmiki says, Kapirupam Parityajya Hanuman Marutatmajaha Bhikshurupam Tato Bheje Shatabuddhitaya Kapihi. Hanuman took Bhikshurupam, says Valmiki. Now, the problem here is Bhikshu can refer to both Brahmachari and Sannyasi because both seek alms. Now, here this Bhikshu is Brahmachari or Sannyasi. Govindaraja, the great commentator of Valmiki Ramayana, he says here Bhikshu refers to Sannyasi, ascetic. So, as per Govindaraja's commentary, in Valmiki Ramayanam, Hanuman takes the form of ascetic and approaches Rama and Lakshmana. But when we go to Kambaramayanam, Hanuman takes the form of a student, a bachelor student. That's why Kambar says Manava Padivam. Manavan means a bachelor student. So Kambar says Anjanaikku oru siruvan Anjana Giri anaga Manjanai kuruhi oru Manava Padivamodu Venjinai Tholilar Tavameyyar Kaichilayar ena Nenjayirthu Ayalmaraya Nindru Karpanai Ninayum. So here they branch into two. In Valmiki Ramayanam, Bhikshurupam Tato Bheje, Sannyasi form. In Kambaramayanam, Manava Padivamodu, bachelor form. Hanuman approaches Rama and Lakshmana. Again, in Valmiki Ramayanam, Hanuman proceeds straight away to Rama and Lakshmana and asks questions. Who are you? What are your whereabouts? For what purpose you have been here? At this stage in Valmiki Ramayanam, Hanuman puts one question in front of Lord Rama. The question is, Ayatascha Suvrittascha Bhagav Parigopamaha Sarva Bhushana Bhusharhaha Kimarthamna Vibhushitaha. I can proudly say that my student Keshav is just uttering those words within his mouth and congrats to you. He is able to recall that shloka. Ayatascha Suvrittascha Bhagav Parigopamaha Sarva Bhushana Bhusharhaha Kimarthamna. Oh, Madhavan is also uttering. Sarva Bhushana Bhusharhaha Kimarthamna Vibhushitaha. Hanuman asks Lord Rama, your arms are long, Ayatascha, your arms are long till your knees. Suvrittascha, well curved. Bhagavaha Parigopamaha, they are very strong. Sarva Bhushana Bhusharhaha, they are fit to be adorned with a lot of ornaments. Kimarthamna Vibhushitaha, who is the beauty of these shoulders not covered with ornaments? Because people may cast evil eye, Drishti Dosham. So, why are your shoulders not covered with ornaments? Hanuman asks, because ornaments are not there to add beauty to Lord. Rather, they are adorned. Lord is adorned with ornaments so that we can hide his beauty with these ornaments. That's why in Tamil we say, Abaranangalukku alagu serkum perumal. When we adorn him with ornaments, the ornaments attain beauty. And his beauty is covered to some extent. So, people may cast evil eye, why didn't you cover your arms? Hanuman asks. But the problem in this shloka is an entirely different thing. In English, we have got two noun forms, singular and plural. But in Sanskrit, we have got three noun forms, singular, dual and plural. This is the first balapadam in Sanskrit. If there is one Rama, Ramaha. Two Ramas, Ramau. Three or more Ramas, Ramaha. Now, how many shoulders does Lord Rama have? How many shoulders does Lord Rama have? Answer. 2. As per Valmiki Ramayanam or whatever Ramayanam, Rama has 2 shoulders. Now, this shloka should have been in dual noun form. Ayataucha, suvrittaucha, bahute parigopamau, sarvabhushana bhusharhau. Kimartham na vibhushitau. Am I right? 2 Ramas means Ramau. 2 children means Balau. Similarly, 2 shoulders. Ayataucha, suvrittaucha, bahute parigopamau, sarvabhushana bhusharhau, kimartham na vibhushitau. But Hanuman says in plural noun forms. Ayatascha, suvrittascha, bahavaha parigopamaha, sarvabhushana bhusharhaha, kimartham na vibhushitaha. Why did Hanuman change this? Yes, please. Super. Because for great devotees, Lord Rama shows up himself with 4 arms, showing that I am none other than Lord Narayana, who is carrying Shankha Chakra, conch and discus. So, with 4 arms and conch and discus, Rama gave darshan to Hanuman. That's why Hanuman, who is Navavyakarana Pandita, excellent in grammar, he just changed the tense. Hanuman started as Ayataucha, Surutaucha only. But Hanuman was able to observe 2 more hands behind. So totally 4. When it becomes 4, it should be plural in Sanskrit. And that's why Ayatascha, Suvrittascha, Bahava Parigopamaha, Sarvabhushana Bhusharhaha, Kimartamna Vibhushitaha. So in the first scene itself, Lord Rama appears with 4 hands, conch and discus to Hanuman and shows that I am Lord Narayana. Now coming to the same scene in Kambaramayanam. Here, Hanuman comes in the form of a bachelor student. Now, in Kambaramayanam, Hanuman is more clever. He first observes Rama and Lakshmana. Before going and speaking to somebody, we should just observe them from some distance. So, Hanuman starts observing. As he observes Rama and Lakshmana, he was able to feel one thing. Kambar says, Tumbinai tudaithu maya tolvinai tannai niki தென்புலத்து அன்றிமீளார் நெறிவுய்க்கும் தேவரோதாம் என்பனுக்கு உருகுகின்றது இவர்கின்றது அளவில் காதல் அன்பினுக்கு அவதியில்லை அடைவன் கொல் அறிதல் தேற்றே. When I see that dark-hued person among those 2, Rama and Lakshmana, the dark-hued one is Lord Rama. When I look at him, my bones start melting. Not only mind or heart melting, that's different. My bones start melting. Not only that, some divine love springs, divine love blossoms in my heart. So when I see that person, my bones are melting, divine love springs from my heart. Now Hanuman recalls the words of his father, Lord Vayudeva. Vayu had once told Hanuman that you will meet God directly one day. Hanuman asked Vayu, how can I recognize that the person who I met was God? That's a big problem. We meet so many people every day. How can I find out that the person who I meet was God? What is the identity? Is there anything to identify? Now, Vayu said, whoever makes your bones melt Whoever brings a spring of divine love in your heart, understand that that person is Lord Narayana. Now, Hanuman, on seeing Lord Rama, his bones are melting, his body is melting. Nammalvar says, Ara vamude adiyen udalam ninpal anbaye, நீராய் அலைந்து கரைய உருக்குகின்ற நெடுமாலே சீரார் சென்னல் கவரி வீசும் செழுநீர் திருக்குடந்தை ஏறார் கோலம் திகழக் கிடந்தாய் கண்டேன் எம்மானே. Now Hanuman's bones have melted. Divine love springs from heart. So he is Narayana. Hanuman has understood that. Now Hanuman approaches Lord Rama. Now in Kambaramayanam, Rama asks Hanuman, who are you? In Valmiki Ramayanam, Hanuman first inquires Lord Rama. But in Kambaramayanam, Hanuman welcomes Rama. Now Rama asks, who are you? Hanuman has to reply. What should be the reply? Or what should have been the reply? Hanuman should say his biodata or curriculum vitae or whatever it is. But one excellent song from Kambar. In that single song, Hanuman addresses Rama with 3 sentences. Within those 3 sentences, he sums up the entire history of Lord Rama himself. Now, Lord Rama is asking, who are you? But Hanuman replies, quoting the entire history of Lord Rama himself. The answer is Kamba's song, Manjana Tiranda Kolamania, Mahalirkellam Nanjana Takayavagi, Nalirirum Panikku, Temba Kanjamottu, Alarnda, Seiya, Kanna, Nan Katrin Vendarku, Anjanai Vaitin Vandeen, Namamum Hanuman Yenban. Hanuman says, Manjana Tiranda Kolamania. Oh Rama, you are dark hued like the dark rain bearing clouds. Which means, just like rain bearing clouds, they are magnanimous, generous. You are also magnanimous and generous, and that's why you have given your kingdom to Bharata and have come to forest. So you are so generous as the dark clouds, so that you have renounced your kingdom itself. Mahalirkellam Nanjana Takayavagi. Oh, your handsome body, it's like poison to women, because it will trouble their hearts. Your beauty is like poison to women. Your handsomeness is poison. That's why it troubled Shurpanaka, and that's why she brought Ravana to kidnap Sita. And third point, Nalirirum Panikku Temba Kanjamottu Alarnda Seiya Kanna. Your eyes are red as red lotus. Because of Shurpanaka's and Ravana's intervention, you have lost Sita. You are weeping, crying because of the loss of Sita. So your eyes are red. So with these 3 things, you are dark hued as the clouds. Your handsomeness is like poison to women. Your eyes are red. With these 3 sentences, he has summed up the entire history of Rama, saying that you have renounced the kingdom, you have mesmerized the heart of Shurpanaka, you have lost Sita, and in some sort of worry. Everything was summed up by Hanuman. Rama was shocked. Oh God, this fellow is speaking in a beautiful manner. What great oratorical skills. Rama was taken aback. Now Hanuman says, let me introduce myself to this kind of a person. I know who you are. Now I will introduce myself. Nan Katrin Vendarku, Anjanai Vaitril Vanden, Namamum Hanuman Yenban. I am the son of Vayudeva and Anjana Devi. My name is Hanuman. Hanuman introduces himself after saying the history of the person who questions. This is the great intellectual and oratorical skill of Hanuman portrayed in Kambaramayanam. And no doubt, now this Valmiki and Kambar's versions, which were going as 2 different streams, combined together as Rama celebrates and glorifies the speaking skill, oratorical skill of Hanuman. Now Valmiki's stream and Kambar's stream joined together. Hanuman says he is an expert. He is an expert in all Vedas. Otherwise, one cannot speak this kind of speech. Rama says in Valmiki Ramayanam, Na Nrigveda Vinitasya, Na Yajurveda Dharinaha, Na Samaveda Vidushaha, Shakyamevam Prabhashitum. His speech is filled with humility. Only if a person is well versed in Rigveda, humility will be there in his speech. Na Yajurveda Dharinaha. See how he has edited his speech beautifully. Only if a person is well versed in Yajurveda, the editing will be perfect, because editing is very, very important. Is it good to speak the difficult part of the matter in the beginning or the easy part of the matter in the beginning? Yes, difficult part should be spoken in the beginning itself, because not in Vishnu Mohan Foundation, but in other places, people will be awake for only the first 10 minutes. During that time, we should finish the difficult things. After 10 minutes, even when they are asleep, we should not go on speaking all difficult matters and sing lullaby to our audience. So, Hanuman has edited everything properly, so he is well versed in Yajurveda also. And there is some musical note in his speech itself. When we sing, it will be like speech. But when Hanuman speaks, it's like a music. So he is well versed in Samaveda. Na Nrigveda Vinitasya, na Yajurveda Dharinaha, na Samaveda Vidushaha, Shakyamevam Prabhashitum, says Lord Rama. Now, Kambar says the same thing. Rama says to Lakshmana, showering praises on the oratorical skills of Hanuman. Kambar's song, இல்லாத உலகத்தெங்கும் ஈங்கிவன் இசைகள் கூற கல்லாத கலையும் வேத கடலுமே என்னும் காட்சி சொல்லாலே தோன்றிற்றன்றே ஆர்கோல் இச்சொல்லின் செல்வன் ஆர்கோல் இச்சொல்லின் செல்வன் வில்லார் தோள் இளைய வீரா விரிஞ்சனோ விடைவலானோ. Now, one difference between Valmiki and Kambar. Now, Hanuman prostrates in front of Lord Rama and Lakshmana. And both of them think, why this fellow is prostrating? Oh, in Valmiki Ramayana, they say you are an ascetic, why should you prostrate in front of us? Or in Kambaramayanam, they say you are a Brahmin Brahmachari, why should you prostrate in front of us? But at that time, Hanuman clears his disguise and shows up in his form in Kambaramayanam. In Valmiki Ramayanam, he just shows his monkey form, Vanara form, that's all. In Kambaramayanam, he takes a mammoth, gigantic Vishwarupam, which Kambar says, even Lord Rama, when he expands his lotus eyes to the fullest extent, he couldn't see that form fully. That kind of a mammoth, gigantic form, Hanuman took. Kambar says, Kandilan Ulagam Moondrum Kalinal Kadandu Konda, Pundarigakan Adi Puravalan Pulankol Sodi, Kundala Vadanam General Kuralam, Tamamai Tundro, Pandainul Kadiron Solla, Paditanan Padivamama. So this form was not fully comprehensible even to the widely open lotus eyes of Lord Rama. Kariyavagi, Podai Parandu, Mudirndu, Sevvari Vodi, Ninda, Periyavaya Kangal could not see the mammoth form which was taken by Hanuman. This was added additionally by Kamban. Now, coming to the other aspects of Hanuman. While going in search of Sita, Sugriva summons all his Vanara army after Valivadham. He sends them in different directions in search of Sita. Now Hanuman, Angadan, Jambavan, these people go to south. Here there is a difference between Valmiki and Kambar. Hanuman, Jambavan, Angadan and the monkeys who went along with them, they were caught in a cave. While they get caught in that cave, in Valmiki's version, Swayam Prabha, a woman named Swayam Prabha, she rescues Hanuman and Vanaras from that cave. But in Kambaramayanam, Hanuman rescues Swayam Prabha as well as other monkeys from that cave. So in Kambaramayanam, Hanuman gets a higher position here. It is he who rescued others along with that Swayam Prabha herself. This one difference we can note. And again, as Hanuman flies over the ocean to Lanka in search of Sita. Now Valmiki and Kambar pose two contrasting metaphors or similes. While explaining this, Valmiki says, Hanuman flew towards Lanka like the arrow which was sent by the bow of Lord Rama. Like an arrow going towards Sita, Hanuman flew towards Lanka. But Kambar says, when a strong wind blows and it just uproots a hill, and when the hill starts flying towards Lanka, that was the scene which resembling Hanuman flying towards Lanka. So in Valmiki Ramayanam, his speed was like the arrow. But in Kambaramayanam, his mammoth size flying, it was like a hill. Now coming to the example, Valmiki says, Yatha Raghava Nirmuktaha Sharashwasana Vikramaha Gache Tadvat Gamishyami Lankam Ravana Palitam. So like the arrow from the bow of Lord Rama. But in Kambaramayanam, it is a mammoth form with the same speed as arrow, but a mammoth form. How mammoth it was? Usually they say, O my core Kambana Talva. There is nobody who can put similes and metaphors like Kambar. Kambar says, Hanuman's form was so gigantic, so mammoth. How much means? We know that Lord Trivikrama, he came as short dwarf Vamana and then grew as Trivikrama and measured the entire universe with his feet. Lord Narayana measured the universe with his feet, but Hanuman was able to measure the entire universe with his tail, with his elongated tail. It was raised to so much height that single tail was enough to measure the entire universe. Kambar says, Nalinodu ulagam moonrum nadukura adakki Nagar melin mel nindrakarum sendra koolathin vindu kalinal alanda ana mugattayum kadakka kala valinal alandan endru vaanavar marulach sonnan. Bhagavan kalal alandan, Hanuman valal alandan. Bhagavan measured the universe with his feet, Hanuman was able to measure the universe with his tail. So kalal alandadai valal alandan. With that mammoth form, Hanuman flies to Lanka. And there he searches for Sita and ultimately finds her in Ashokavanam. There is a slight difference between Valmiki and Kamban. In Valmiki Ramayanam, Sita was about to end her life by hanging under a Shimshupa tree. She uses her hair itself as a rope and wishes to end her life under a Shimshupa tree. Fortunately, Hanuman was seated in the branch of that Shimshupa tree itself, and Hanuman sings the entire history of Ramayana, the glory of Lord Rama, and saves the life of Sita. Because two things. If a person starts singing Ramayanam or starts speaking about Ramayanam, the audience will not go in the middle. For you also, audience will not stand up in the middle. Similarly, if Hanuman starts singing Ramayanam, Sita won't end her life in the middle. She will wait till Hanuman completes the Ramayanam so he can gain some time. Number two, Ramayanam is called Mrita Sanjeevanam. It can save lives. Ramayanam has saved lives. So Hanuman thought it is better to sing Ramayanam. He starts singing. Now, even after Hanuman completes singing Ramayanam, still Sita was unable to believe that Hanuman is the messenger of Lord Rama. Now Hanuman goes on to say the identification marks and divine bodily features of Lord Rama. He says, Ramaha Kamalapatrakshaha Sarvasattva Manoharaha. Ramaha Kamalapatrakshaha. Rama is the lotus-eyed one. Now Sita developed some confidence in Hanuman. As he said, Rama is lotus-eyed. Sita developed some confidence that he could be the messenger of Rama. What is the connection between Rama being lotus-eyed and Hanuman being the messenger of Rama? Super point. Only when God himself shows the glory of his eyes, then only we can speak about that. Without him showing, we cannot realize the glory of those eyes. Just a small example, Yadava Prakasha was the initial guru of Ramanuja. Chandogya Upanishad says, Tasya yatha kapyasam pundarikam eva makshini, regarding the eyes of Lord. Yadava Prakasha said, Lord's eyes will resemble the backside of a monkey. But Ramanuja said, Lord's eyes resemble the lotus which blossoms on seeing the sun. Now Ramanuja's example is very good, but Yadava Prakasha, he gave something else. Why? Yadava Prakasha was not the recipient of God's grace, so he was unable to speak about the beauty of his eyes, but Ramanuja was greatly the recipient of the grace of Lord. That's why he was able to expound the beauty of those eyes. So, only when a person is looked upon with grace by Lord himself, he cannot, otherwise he cannot speak about the beauty of his eyes. So, Sita, to some extent, believed that he should be Rama's messenger. Finally, Hanuman shows the signature ring of Lord Rama, and Sita believes that he is the messenger of Lord Rama. This is in Valmiki Ramayanam. But when we go to Kambaramayanam, Sita wants to hang herself in a jasmine garden. She wants to use a jasmine twig as a rope and hang in a stick. At that stage, Hanuman goes in front of her. In Kambaramayanam, he doesn't sing Ramayanam. He just chants Rama, 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 Rama. He chants Ramanama and stops Sita from ending her life. Further, he expounds the bodily features of Lord Rama to make her believe that he is Rama's messenger. And also, he narrates some secret incidents, confidential incidents, which are known to Lord Rama and Goddess Sita alone, to prove that he is such a confident messenger of Lord Rama. And finally, he shows the ring to Sita and proves that he is the messenger of Rama. Now, the difference is, in Valmiki Ramayanam, Sita praises the valor of Hanuman. In Kambaramayanam, Sita shows blessings on Hanuman. The same scene, in Valmiki Ramayanam, Sita says, "Oh Hanuman, you are great, you are valorous. Vikrantasthvam, samarthastvam, prajnastvam, vanarottama, yenedam rakshasapadam, tvayaikena pradharshitam." Oh Hanuman, you are as talented as Garuda, who brought elixir from Devalokam. Similarly, you entered Lanka and found out me. So, in your talent, you are as talented as Garuda. And you are as smart as Narasimha. That Hiranyakashipu received so many boons. But beyond all that, Narasimha was able to destroy him. So you are smart as Narasimha. Prajnastvam, you are wise as Lord Hayagriva. Vanarottama, you are the chief of all Vanaras. Yenedam rakshasapadam tvayaikena pradharshitam. You are so strong that one person, Hanuman, is enough to finish all the demons in Lanka. One person is enough. So you are as strong as Varaha Perumal, who was able to lift the entire earth. Talented as Garuda, smart as Narasimha, chief of Vanaras, wise as Hayagriva, and finally strong as Varaha. That leads to Panchamukha Anjaneyar. In Broadway, Chennai, we have got Panchamukha Anjaneyar temple. He has got a monkey face, and then Garuda face, Narasimha face, and then Hayagriva face, and then Varaha face. How all these came? Vikrantasthvam, samarthastvam, prajnastvam, vanarottama, yenedam rakshasapadam, tvayaikena pradharshitam. Sita praises 5 attributes of Hanuman. Those 5 attributes appear as 5 faces leading to Panchamukha Hanuman. So this is the wishes given by Goddess Sita, and she shows praises. Now, in Kambaramayanam, Sita blesses Hanuman. You should be a Chiranjeevi. You won't have death. You will be like this forever. Usually, when blessing somebody, we say, keep it up. Keep it up. But for Hanuman, there is not anything more to be achieved. So, Sita says, you keep it as it is. Because there is nothing more to be achieved. See, the Kambar's song, Padiya Panaithol Veera, Tunaiyilen Parivathirtha, Vaழிய வள்ளலே யான் மறுவிலா மனத்தள் எண்ணின் ஊழியோர் பகலாய் ஓதும் யாண்டெலாம் உலகம் ஏழும் ஏழும் வீவுற்ற ஞான்றும் இன்றென இருத்தி என்றாள். Even if the 14 worlds get destroyed, you won't get death. You will be here forever as Chiranjeevi. So Sita wishes Hanuman, blesses him. So she praises in Valmiki Ramayanam. She blesses in Kambaramayanam. And then Hanuman finds that this is the time to show his valor. So what he does is, in Valmiki Ramayanam, he carries an iron rod in his hand and starts destroying the Ashokavanam. He killed 80,000 men of Ravana, and then his Senapatis, Akshakumara, Jambumali, and others. Whereas in Kambaramayanam, what he does is, he just plucks trees. He just lifts mountain rocks, and then he throws them on his enemies and starts attacking them. But please observe one thing, this Gadai mace, we often associate with Hanuman. Neither in Valmiki Ramayanam nor in Kambaramayanam, Hanuman even for a moment did carry that mace. It was not at all mentioned by Valmiki or Kambar. Mace has no connection with that Gadai. Mace has no connection with Hanuman. In Valmiki Ramayanam, during this particular fight, he uses iron rod and then trees and rocks. In Kambaramayanam, yes, he uses trees and rocks, and then Kambar says Hanuman used a peculiar thing. He sees what is the weapon carried by the enemy. Hanuman uses the same strategy and plucks that same weapon and attacks him. Kambar says, Muttinar bada muttinan, Murai murai midugi kittinar bada kittinan, Giri ena neringi tattinar pada kattinan, கைகளால் மெய்யில் தட்டினார் பட தட்டினான் மலையென தகுவான். So he uses the same strategy of the enemy and then destroys them. And then he gives advice to Ravana and then returns back to Lord Rama. Now this scene, it is an important scene in both Valmiki Ramayanam and Kambaramayanam while explaining about Hanuman. He returns back to Lord Rama. In Valmiki Ramayanam, Valmiki does not explain anything about how Hanuman expressed the way he saw Sita. In Tamil Kambaramayanam we say Kandanan Karpinukku Aniyai Kangadal. But in Valmiki Ramayanam, Valmiki says Hanumanscha Mahabahuhu Pranamya Sharasatataha Niyatam Akshatam Devim Raghavaya Nyavedayat. Hanuman went to Rama, prostrated in front of him, and then he told Rama, Sita is very good, she is fine, she is in Lanka, that's all. But in Valmiki Ramayanam, Rama, he scores more than Hanuman in this scene. Because what Rama does is, oh Hanuman, you have done a great help for me. You have saved the life of Sita. And if you have saved the life of Sita, it means that you have saved my life also. So you have saved 2 lives. But as it is, I can give you only 1 life to you. I will give myself to you. Rama says, Yesha sarvasva bhutastu parishvango hanumataha maya kalam imam prapya dattastasya mahatmanaha. Oh Hanuman, you have saved 2 lives. I cannot give anything equal to that. So whatever is possible for me, I can give myself to you. Lord Rama gives himself to Hanuman. So if we watch all these things in Valmiki Ramayanam, we can observe that Valmiki's portrayal is more of Lord's attachment to his devotees. If a devotee does some service to him, God gives himself to him. That's why in Gita Lord Krishna says, Gnani tu atmaiva me matham. The great Gnani who thinks that God, Lord Narayana is the means and Lord Narayana is my destination. If a devotee has developed that kind of a faith and devotion, sincerity in Lord, Lord says, He is my Atma, Gnani tu Atmaiva me matam. Here Ramanuja explains, Lord Narayana, Lord Krishna, who is the soul of everybody, he says that Gnani is my soul, because God cannot live without such kind of a devotee. Because we cannot live without soul. God cannot live without devotee. That love of God towards devotee is portrayed by Valmiki Bhagavan. Now coming to Kambaramayanam, in Kambaramayanam, Kambar portrays how a devotee should serve that kind of a Lord. Now Hanuman comes back to Rama. While we execute devotional service to God, we should not seek anything in return. The only benefit of the service is God's happiness, God's satisfaction, a smile in the face of God. That's the only purpose of our service. Now what Hanuman does is, he comes back to Lord Rama. While coming back to Rama, what should he do first? He should prostrate in front of Lord Rama. Whenever we see an elderly person, or God, or an incarnation, or an Acharya, we should first prostrate in front of them. But what Hanuman did is, he just about turned. He turned 180 degrees. Facing Lanka, he prostrated on the ground. Eidinan Anumanam Giri, Yendaldan Muigadal Tudugilan, Mulari Ningiya Tayalai Nokia, Talayan Kayinan, Vayagam Tadi Nadivi, Irainji Vaihinan. Facing Sita, with his feet facing Lord Rama, Hanuman prostrated in the southern direction to show that Tojatakka Nilayil Sita Irikkiral. Sita is there, fit to be worshipped more than Lord Rama. So he shows it symbolically and then speaks to Lord Rama. Kandanan Karpinukku Aniyai Kangadal, Tendirai Alaigadal Yalangai Tennagar, Andarnayaka Ini Turatti Ayyamum Pandula Tuyerum endru Hanuman Pannuvan. Now Hanuman says, please Rama, you leave all your fears, leave all your doubts and everything. Sita is safe. I have seen her. She is with all chastity and moral values and all other things. She is safe. Kangadal, I just saw her eyes. Seeing her eyes, I understood that she is none else other than Goddess Mahalakshmi herself with her eyes. eyes, I was able to deduce that. So Hanuman does this kind of a service and pleases Lord. Thereby Kambar shows that like Hanuman, we should always try to do devotional service and please Lord. Now Valmiki shows while portraying Hanuman, if a person does this kind of a service, Lord will be very much pleased so that he gives himself to that kind of a devotee. Now to sum up and conclude, in both because it's 11:44, because in Valmiki Ramayanam as well as Kambaramayanam, Hanuman, he shows us a great philosophical point. In Valmiki Ramayanam, the philosophical interpretation of Hanuman is given by Swami Vedanta Deshikan in Sankalpa Suryodayam. Darpodagra dashendriyanana mano naktanchara dhishtite dehesmin bhavasindhuna parigate dinam dasham asthitaha adyatve hanumat samena guruna prakhyapitarthah puman lankaruddha videharajatanaya nyayena lalapyate. Rama is Paramatma. Sita Mahalakshmi with utmost compassion takes the role of a Jivatma, individual soul. Now the Sita is imprisoned in Lanka. This Sri Lanka, surrounded by ocean, is the ocean of samsaram. This Pravi Peringadal we say. So the ocean of worldly life is Sri Lanka. Ashokavanam is the body. Jivatma Sita is imprisoned in this ocean of worldly existence Sri Lanka, in the Ashokavanam called body, imprisoned by Ravana. Ravana is 10-headed. That Ravana is our mind. Because Ramanuja says there are totally 11 indriyams. The mind is the captain. It is almost a cricket team. The mind is the captain. 5 batsmen, 5 sense organs, Jnanendriyangal. 5 bowlers, 5 motor organs, 5 karmendriyangal. Captain come wicket keeper like Dhoni is our mind. So this mind Ravana, it is 10-headed with 5 Jnanendriyas, 5 karmendriyas. They are the 10 heads for this mind Ravana. This 10-headed mind Ravana, it imprisons Sita. This mind Ravana is influenced by 3 gunams: Sattva Gunam, Rajo Gunam, Tamo Gunam. Sattva Gunam is Vibhishana. He was sent out by Ravana. Rajo Gunam, anger and passion, Shurpanaka. Tamo Gunam, always sleeping, Kumbakarna. So this mind keeps Shurpanaka and Kumbakarna, Rajo Gunam, Tamo Gunam with it and sends away Sattva Gunam, Vibhishana. So, this Jivatma Sita induced torture in this body Ashokavanam, in the sea of samsara. Now, who should come for her rescue? Paramatma Rama doesn't come. He sends Hanuman. Hanuman is the Acharya. God won't come physically. He will come in the form of a Guru or Acharya. So, God sends Acharya. Just like Hanuman came to Lanka, Acharya incarnates on this earth. Just like how Hanuman found out Sita, Acharya finds this Jivatma as a disciple. Just like how Hanuman sang the glories of Rama to Sita, Acharya narrates the glory of Bhagavan to this disciple. Just like how Hanuman gave Rama's signature ring to Sita, Acharya gives insignia of Shankha Chakra on the shoulders of the disciple. Finally, how Hanuman burnt Lanka, similarly, Acharya burns all our sins. Finally, how Hanuman joins Sita with Lord Rama, similarly, Acharyan takes us to Paramatma and joins this Jivatma with Paramatma. And finally, the Sita Rama Pattabhishekam is none other than Acharya taking this Jivatma to the lotus feet of Paramatma, and this Jivatma engaging forever in the devotional service, eternal service to God. That is Sita Rama Pattabhishekam. So this Acharya Vaibhavam is said by Valmiki also. Now coming to Hanuman of Kamban, Kambar says, Anjile ஒன்று பெற்றான், அஞ்சிலே ஒன்றை தாவி, அஞ்சிலே ஒன்றாராக ஆர் உயிர் காக்க ஏகி, அஞ்சிலே ஒன்று பெற்ற அணங்கை கண்டு அயலார் ஊரில் அஞ்சிலே ஒன்றை வைத்தான் அவன் நன்மை அளித்து காப்பான். Now, usually we say one meaning for this song. Anjile ஒன்று பெற்றான். Among the 5 elements, Hanuman is the son of Vayu. Yar. Anjile ஒன்றை தாவி, he crossed water. Anjile ஒன்று ஆறாக, he had space as his route. ஆருயிர் காக்கையேகி, he went to save Sita, who is the soul of Rama. Anjile ஒன்று பெற்ற அணங்கை கண்டு, he saw Sita, who is the daughter of land. Anjile ஒன்றை வைத்தான், he put fire to Lanka. So, நிலம் நீர் காற்று நெருப்பு வானம், பிருத்திவி அப்பு தேஜஸ் வாயு ஆகாஷம், 5 elements are covered. But 5 more elements are covered here. What are those 5 elements? Anjile ஒன்று பெற்றான். Acharya is one who is born by 1 out of 5. Anjile ondru petran. Acharya is born by 1 out of 5. What are those 5 means? We say Pancha Samskara. Tapa Samskaram is the heated insignia of Shankachakra and shoulders. Pundra Samskaram 12 Urdhva Pundras, marks. And then Nama Samskaram, the disciple is given a name related to Bhagavan and devotees. And number 4, Mantra, he is taught divine mantras. Number 5, he is taught the way to do puja to God. Now among these 5, the Mantra Upadesham is there, right? In that Mantra Upadesham only an Acharya is born. Anjile Ondru Petran. As he receives that mantram from his Acharya, one Acharya is born. Andru naan Pirandilen, Pirandapin Marandilen. So Anjile Ondru Petran. Among these 5 samskaras, Acharya is born out of this Mantra Samskara. Anjile Ondrai Tavi. He makes us cross one among 5. Those 5 are Artha Panchakam. Paramatma Swarupam, Jivatma Swarupam, Upaya Swarupam, the way to reach him. Virodhi Swarupam, hurdle which prevents us from attaining him. Finally, Phala Swarupam, the benefit of attainment of God. Paramatma, Jivatma, Upayam, Virodhi, Prapyam. Acharya makes us cross the Virodhi, the hurdle which prevents us from reaching God. Anjile Ondrai Tavi, he makes us cross that Virodhi. Anjile Ondru Araha, he shows us one among 5 ways. There are 5 ways to reach God. Karma Yogam, Jnana Yogam being interim ways. And then Bhakti Yogam, Sharanagati, Acharya Nishtai. The 5th one is Acharya Nishta, surrendering to Acharya. Among these 5, Acharya shows Acharya Nishta itself as the way. So, Anjile Ondru Araha. Aru means way to liberation. Among Karma Yogam, Jnana Yogam, Bhakti Yogam, Sharanagati and Acharya Nishta, Acharya shows you go in Acharya Nishta. Aruyir Kakayehi, Aruyir means Jivatma, thus he rescues the Jivatma. Anjile Ondru Petra Anangai Kandu Ayalaruril. Now, Bhagavan has 5 forms. He is there in Pararupam in Vaikuntham, Vyuharupam in Milky Ocean, and then Vibhava Rupam in incarnations like Rama, Krishna, Narasimha, Antaryami within everyone, and Archavataram in temples and our homes. Among these 5 forms, Anjile Ondru Petra, Acharyan shows Archavataram of Perumal in temples and homes, which is easily accessible to us. Be a devotee of that Lord. Finally, Anjile Ondrai Vaitan, this Jivatma has got 5 destinations after departure. 1 is Swargam, 2 is Narakam, 3 is Pitrulokam. Of course, there will be rebirth for all these people, but before rebirth, they may go to heaven or hell or Pitrulokam or Kaivalyam or Atmanubhavam, and finally Vaikuntham or the absolute moksha of devotional service to God. So Swargam, Narakam, Pitrulokam, Kaivalyam, Moksham, Vaikuntham. Among these 5 destinations, Anjile Ondrai Vaitan, Acharya takes this Jivatma to ultimate liberation, Vaikuntham, serving the Lord. So Anjile Ondru Petran, among the 5 samskaras, Acharya is born from Mantra Samskaram. Anjile Ondrai Tavi, this Acharya makes us cross Virodhi Swarupam of Artha Panchakam. Anjile Ondru Araha, among the 5 ways to liberation, Acharyan shows Acharya Nishtai. Anjile Ondru Petra Anangai, among 5 forms of Lord, Acharyan shows Archavataram. Anjile Ondrai Vaitan, among 5 destinations, he takes us to Vaikuntham. This Acharya Vaibhavam is shown by Kambar through Hanuman. Thank you.